An unforeseen visit, planned under a shroud of secrecy for more than a year, could have a massive impact.
Netanyahu's visit to Oman is potentially a game changer in Arab-Israeli relations, and it's certainly the most eventful, most important event since Anwar al-Sadat came to speak before the Israeli Knesset, which led to the Israeli-Egyptian peace treaty.
Israel is a state present in the region, and we all understand this. The world is also aware of this, and maybe it's time for Israel to be treated the same, and also to bear the same obligations.
And while ties are being made through other venues, such as the UAE for the first time playing the Israeli national anthem at the Abu Dhabi Judo Grand Slam when Israel took gold, and Israel's Minister of Culture touring Abu Dhabi's Grand Mosque, Sigurd Neubauer from the Arab Gulf States Institute in Washington claims that Netanyahu's visit to Oman has broad-reaching benefits.
This time is that you see a Gulf region and an Arab world in rapid disarray. You see that inter-Arab squabbling, whether it is the feud between Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar on one hand, or whether you see right now the US-Saudi relationship in free fall over the Khashoggi affair. So all of these synergies demands a diplomatic solution, and what Oman can potentially offer is help narrow Israeli-Palestinian differences at the time when the U.S.-Palestinian relationship is at the low point.
Relations with Oman also may act as a bridge to something else, something involving nuclear proliferation.
Oman does enjoy a pragmatic relationship with Iran, and as we know, Netanyahu has lobbied very hard against the Iran agreements that President Obama negotiated with the Iranians. And because President Trump withdrew from that agreement, and because President Trump has been unable to bring the Iranians to the negotiation table, a relationship between Netanyahu and Caboose can potentially coax an Iran-U.S. relationship that Israel would not veto.
Although Netanyahu is the third Israeli prime minister to visit Oman, it's important to point out how he was received. And just 2 days after Israel received a visit from Azerbaijan's military chief, a regional adversary of Iran.
For the Sunni Arab regimes, Iran is the main enemy. It's Shia versus Sunnis.
Peace with its neighbors has been a steep challenge for Israel ever since its inception. With some neighbors, it's taken multiple wars to achieve bilateral relations, while others, such aspirations remain unattainable. Many nations in the Muslim world have used the Israeli-Palestinian conflict as their focal point not to engage with Israel. However, this too, Oman may provide at least a path to a resolution.
Oman's intentions really are to help stabilize the Middle East, and the Palestinian question and the Palestinian cause is essential to bring stability to the Middle East. That is also why Mahmoud Abbas and Benjamin Netanyahu were hosted back-to-back to demonstrate that.
Upon Netanyahu's return, in a briefing he expressed enthusiasm for another visit to Oman and possibly other Gulf states.
It's about interests. We can cooperate on high-tech, on sophisticated agriculture in the desert. All of us have deserts. Exploitation of water. We were the first to desalinate, to recycle water for agriculture. We can do a lot. To keep the Israeli-Palestinian conflict as an obstacle for making progress is like being hostages to the Palestinians in this case.
The struggle for peace in the Middle East has converted many over the generations to cynicism. However, relation building may come through such meetings in order to achieve regional stability. Glenn Field, Strictly Security, I24 News.